Already the parks were stretched thin, they're gonna be stretched even thinner, and then that will inevitably have an impact on visitors. And I've been looking into how the government layoffs are impacting national parks and what that means for visitors. These resources belong to the American people, so they really see it as their place to enjoy, whether it's hiking or camping or seeing new vistas. So we know that there's a huge desire to experience these national treasures. But the way people experience these parks is going to change because of these layoffs. The Trump administration would like to downsize the size of the federal government. One way that they're doing that is evaluating staffing. All agencies are being impacted, and there have been wide-scale layoffs. And so you've got roughly 1,700 people that are no longer in the Park Service.
A lot of the parks have a lot of maintenance on staff, not just for the visitor center and the bathrooms, but also the trails and the roads and everything. Bathrooms will not get cleaned, they will not get stocked, trails will not get maintained, roads will not get cleared. If roads need to get fixed, those fixes won't happen either.
When do we want them? Now! What do we want? Rangers!
You might see fewer rangers inside visitor centers, so that the waits to speak to a ranger when you're trying to figure out the trail to take or where to go and recommendations of things to do, there might be longer waits to actually get into parks, which we've heard reports of, that just getting through the ticketing booth is taking longer. When someone gets lost in a trail in the backwoods, everyone in the Park Service helps out. Maybe you didn't let go of a rescue person or a law enforcement person, but maybe a ranger who would have been doing something else, who's helping out with an emergency situation, that person might be gone.
A lot of park rangers that lost their jobs were on the SAR team, so search and rescue. A lot of them are EMTs, EMRs. They have some type of first aid. So obviously if somebody hurts their ankle, gets lost in the park, SAR team are the people that go and they help that person.
You might have someone laid off who, on paper, their job might be XYZ, but they might actually be the best climber in a national park where there's a lot of climbing rescues. And if that person is lost, when those rescues come up, you lose that ability that that person had to help contribute to a rescue effort. When you lose more experienced and seasoned staff, you are losing all the expertise that they've built up over their careers, working in different parks in different scenarios. And you can think about it in any job, really, any position you have, or even as a parent. All the things you've learned through the years of experience cannot be quickly replaced by someone who's not done the job before. When you have a loss of people who are maybe wildlife specialists who manage the interaction between wildlife and people, they want to know, and they're in charge of tracking where the bears are in a park. And that's critical information to visitors, because you need to know if there's a mama bear and a cub, that could be a threat to your personal safety. And if those people are let go, then there's less information than provided. So safety is a real factor, but the busy season is really going to be summer, and that's when we're going to see the impacts of these layoffs. Just plan carefully so that you aren't taking as much time and resources away from the staff that are there, and you aren't putting yourself in risk safety-wise and straining the resources that are there. But also be mindful, pick up after yourself, leave no trace behind, carry your trash with you so you're not adding to the pile that may be overflowing. Be mindful of other people and considerate and patient when you face those long lines, and don't take it out on the folks who are trying to do their best with the resources that they have left.